Brodie Brazil here with your recap for Game 81 and the final road contest of this season for San Jose. It was a low-scoring affair where the Vancouver Canucks sweep the season series in a 2-1 overtime decision. Now, the Sharks entered this final away game on the schedule with a record of 8-23-9 when not at the tank. Randy and Drew give us a little bit more perspective on that.
You know, as we reflect on this season now, the Sharks haven't won a whole lot of games on the road this year, but some of their biggest have come on the road. Their first win of the season in Utah in overtime when Wenberg scored. They won that big game in Washington against the Capitals, a big 6-3 win in Detroit. There have been some highlight games, and they haven't won it here in Vancouver in almost 6 years. This would be the night to do it.
Did you say 6 years?
2019, last time they won a game in this building.
Perfect time. They are due.
They are overdue. We'll see if tonight is the night.
Oh, talk about trying to apply the old broadcaster jinx there, boys. Well done. I just wish it would have worked. Okay, so there was only one way to describe the first period: slow and quiet on both sides. The Sharks got outshot 12-3, including the power play they had, which produced no shots. Well, their next man advantage in the second period, that turned out a little bit different. Cagnoni, Smith, Kovalenko, Toffoli, and Celebrini all out there on the top power play unit. Macklin just makes that wrister look easy. A significant goal for two reasons. First, a nice milestone of 25 on the season, but also the first time Celebrini scores in the same Vancouver market where he mainly grew up. And since this may be Macklin's last goal of the year, hopefully not, who knows, but it's just a nice time to contemplate right now. What if San Jose did not win the draft lottery last year? What if Macklin was 1 year older or 1 year younger? Let's hope the early games he missed while injured this season are not what gets somebody else the Calder, but that's irrelevant compared to this. Where would the Sharks be right now if they didn't have Macklin Celebrini? Okay, let's move on to another key contributor in tonight's game. Alexander Georgiev may be making his final start and appearance of the season, and if so, it really was a nice one to finish strong with. And you think about goaltending for the Sharks this season, they've used a whopping 5 different netminders between Blackwood, Vanacek, Askarov, Romanov, and tonight Georgiev, who still leads this team with his 7 wins. It was a rough year for that entire group. They certainly did not always get appropriate help from the departments of team defense or scoring run support. But it is nice to see these kind of games for a player like Georgiev. To hold Vancouver to just 1 goal in regulation, yeah, you probably deserve a W. Which of course brings us to the game-deciding goal. Linus Karlsson tied the game at 1 about midway through the third period, and it stayed that way knotted at 1 through 60 minutes. So then in overtime, it goes down to the final 18 seconds of 3-on-3. And overall, the Canucks were the better team in overtime. They had more possession, had more sustained ozone time. They outshot the Sharks 8-1 in 4 minutes 42 seconds. And at that point, Jake DeBrusk there tallied the game winner for Vancouver, meaning they take all 4 games against San Jose this year by single goals every single time.
Yeah, I thought we had, we competed. Thought we had some pretty good effort. I just think at times our brains weren't there, which I don't know if that's to be expected or not, but it's a National Hockey League, so your brains have to be on. But, for us to be in the hockey game and gave ourselves another chance to win one, just came up a little short again.
Georgie tonight?
Yeah, it was really good. I made some huge saves and gave us a chance to be in that game, really.
The Sharks' final game of this season is Wednesday night to host an Oilers team they've now seen both 4 days ago and 11 days ago. And in a weird way, it will automatically be special for San Jose fans because great things are bound to happen following this Game 82. 4 really high draft picks this summer alone, plus a lot of free agent reinforcements to be acquired. It should be a busy and exciting summer in San Jose, and the conclusion of Wednesday night's game kind of kicks that off.